Hey guys, welcome back to Tomatoes, Poppies, and Everything Gardening. I'm Heather. I'm coming to you from Zone 7B in Central Virginia. It's lunchtime here. So I thought I would start some of my taste testing rounds of tomatoes for you guys. And so I'm going to have a tomato sandwich. That's what's on the menu for lunch. And so I've got a lot of choices here. I'm not going to be able to sample them all right now. So this video will be a collage of many different days where I start tasting some of these tomatoes. In a minute, I'll flip the camera around. We can see what we're working with. So I started this winter, let's say late February, 20 different varieties of tomatoes that I grew from seed. And so over the course of the next few weeks, I'm going to kind of share my thoughts on those 20 tomatoes. I've already talked about a couple of them in a different video, but it wasn't technically a tasting video. It was just like a tomato in trouble video. So if you go back on my channel, you can see this. So let's get started. I think I will flip the camera around so that you can more easily see what I'm talking about. But let's go ahead and make a sandwich. I'm not sure where I'm not sure where to start. I will say that yesterday I used one of these Amish Paste to make me just a simple basic tomato sandwich that I eat in the summer. That's just a piece of bread. It can even be just plain old white bread. I use Vegenaise because we have an egg allergy in the family, but you can use mayo or mayonnaise. And then I used one of these Amish Paste tomatoes. It was so good. This is a keeper for me. Even though it looks kind of ugly, it's just because of the rain. You know, we went through a spell of a lot of rain early in the spring, and then we went to just extreme temperatures in June. We had a drought. We had like 3 weeks, I think, no rain at all. And then we had a week of rain. And so I think what happened with these guys is that they split. But this will be my tomato sandwich today. So even though I know what it tastes like already, I think I'll go ahead and make a sandwich. And then before I make that sandwich, I'm going to talk to you about some of these tomatoes as they've started to come in. There are a couple that are still out there that out in the garden I have not even harvested yet. This guy, this pineapple, I just harvested this tomato yesterday, so it's not ready. It's going to be a couple days, 2-3 days before I can try this. Super duper duper anxious. You can see it's a nice size. Now I also took this one, I don't know, like the next day. I think I picked this one 2 days ago, and then I picked this one yesterday. It's smaller. I just went ahead and picked it because we were going to get a bunch of rain. And I didn't want the pest to bug it, or I didn't want it to split. So, in my last video, I talked about Tiny Tim. I'm about out of Tiny Tims, and that's good because I didn't like them. They were waterless, they split, they got ugly disease spots on them quickly, and they were just not that good. Will not be growing these again. I only grew them this one time, and that's enough for me. I'll go ahead and taste this one real quick just for you guys, but it still has some watery texture to it. That one actually had more flavor. It wasn't horrible. Mild tomato flavor, but kind of watery. But because of all the issues I've had with that, with these fruits just splitting, looking all gross and diseased quickly, I'm not going to grow it again. And a couple of people in my family have agreed with me on that. So all of those plants are gone. These were just the scraps that were left over. Now these guys, my sugar, Sunsugars, these are a keeper. I will definitely put this in my cherry tomato lineup. So far, one of my favorite cherry tomatoes is black cherry. And I think I like black cherry better than chocolate cherry, which used to be a favorite. And now I think I like Sunsugar better than Sun Gold. So I'm going to try this one again. Even though I've been eating these for like 3 weeks now, they are so good. So good. Super sweet. Very consistent in flavor. The skins don't stick in my mouth as much as Sun Gold, and these guys are not splitting like the Sun Golds. And we've had a lot of rain, on and off. It's not like steady rain. It's like dry, 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 and then a lot of rain. These guys have not been splitting. This is a keeper for me. Can y'all tell I'm hungry? It's lunchtime. Those are good. Those are really, really good. So those are a keeper. Let's see if I can try any of these. These are Indigo Rose. And it's so hard to tell when these are ripe, but this one feels ripe. It's nice, it's soft, it's supple. These are not. When they're orange, they're not. When they're green on the bottom, they're not. But when they're real deep, dark red, let's see if this, nope. They pretty much are. So this is the most ripe. I'm going to go ahead and try the Indigo Rose. I'll tell you what I think. They're kind of tricky because they turn half like this really dark black, purpley color. And then this side will be green. And you'll think, oh, well, they're blushing. But no, they're still really under developed and they need to ripen more. So I've started picking them when they're like this on the plant and then bringing them inside to mature until they're like this. So, okay, you ready? Like you get a really burst, you bite into it, kind of tastes like a tomato. And then there's like a burst of something. Maybe like a fruity tone, a floral tone. They're not bad. I mean, I have no issue with them. I would consider growing them again just because they're so beautiful. And the pests seem to be leaving them alone. I think because of the dark coloring, they think it might be toxic. They're not bad. They're not bad at all. Those would make a nice salad tomato. And I was really worried because the reviews of those, people talk about them not being good at all. And I don't think they're bad. I'm trying to find another one that's pretty ripe that I can just try. I think I'll try this one. Let's see if I get that fruity kind of floral burst in my mouth again. Yeah. It's almost like a fruity pebble cereal type burst. And I haven't had Fruity Pebbles in probably 30 years, but it's either fruity or floral or both together. Okay, so I feel like I have a good profile on the Indigo Rose. It's something that I may consider growing again. I don't know if I'm going to be craving it and like dreaming about it like I might the Sunsugars, but it's not bad. I don't have any major issues with that plant or those fruits. Now, the Queen of the Night, oh, I think this one goes over here. They are also kind of tricky as to know when to pick them. These two are not ripe, so we'll just wait on those to talk about them. Oh, this is Legend. I just picked those last night, so they need some time on the counter. We won't talk about those either yet. But we can talk about, before I make that tomato sandwich, are the Artisan Blush. Look at how pretty. These are gorgeous. So pretty. These would also look pretty in a salad. I will say the problem with this variety for me this summer, you know, every summer's different. Your weather's always different. They have been splitting from the beginning nonstop, even when we had just the drought weather. But they came in early. They're beautiful. I'm going to take another bite. I think, okay, here's the paradox with this fruit. They've been splitting, but the skins are also kind of tough sometimes. So that, I don't know if this will be a keeper for me because of those issues. So I'm going to try it. Even though it's beautiful, it does look beautiful. It's got a rich, kind of complex flavor, but it's mild and sweet. Yeah, tough skin. I've got the skin in the roof of my mouth. It's not horrible. It's just because of some of those minor issues. I wonder if there's something better out there, and maybe I'll try something else instead of this one. But I mean, it's good. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to eat this, but definitely tough skin. Intriguing flavor, but not like something I would crave, not like this guy. Definitely would prefer to eat a bowl of Sunsugar over these. This would be more of just a filler in a salad with a decent flavor. It's good. It's just not great. We'll talk about these guys in a couple days too, because not all of these are ready. These are Geranium Kiss. I think it's my 3rd year to grow them. They are a keeper, but we'll talk about those probably in like 2 days. We can talk about these guys. This is all I have left right now. I do have another plant growing, but it is not mature enough to produce fruit. My other plant is gone, so that might be one negative for this guy. But I've grown Berries Crazy before. This is Berries Crazy. It's a little kind of grape-sized tomato that is so mild, you could trick someone and tell them you're giving them grapes, and they may not know the difference. I mean, they're that delicate, that mild. These do fall off of the vine so easily. I'm going to eat one. I love these. They're really good. You just got to kind of keep your eye on them because they fall off onto the ground and rot if you don't get out there like every day and check on them. Super mild. Just a burst of very light, airy, kind of very mild tomato flavor at all. Not as sweet as a grape, but it's almost got that texture. And they always have these cute little points on them as well. So does the Geranium Kiss. So those are, I'd consider growing those again. And, all right. I think it's time to make that tomato sandwich. And then over the next couple days, probably tomorrow, in tomorrow's video, I'm going to make a tomato pie. So we will be cutting a lot of these guys open. So these are Big Daddy. I've got 3 Big Daddies. These are Granny Cantrell. And one was really small, but the rest are pretty big. And these 2 are Ace 55, which is one of my favorites. This is a good tomato sandwich, tomato too. Okay, so let me make my sandwich with this guy. And then stay tuned over the next few days. We'll look at some more of these tomatoes. And I want to talk about this tomato real quick before I get to eating my sandwich. So this is Brad's Atomic. You can see it's like a bunch of different gorgeous colors. I see orange, yellow, green, purple, maybe some red. Really pretty, low production for me on that plant. And I've had a couple of these. I'm going to take another bite so I can kind of give you a more realistic taste right now, because I can't remember, because you know I've been eating a lot of tomatoes the last few weeks. It's hard to remember exactly, but I feel like this might also have a different taste profile. And the interesting thing is it is kind of similar in coloring to the Queen of the Night. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this guy. He is ready. He's soft. And it's kind of hard to tell on this one too when they're ready. Juice just went everywhere. It's strong at first. It's like, you can see there's juice on my arm. It's not like a traditional red tomato, like that burst of tomato acid. But it's still got a little bit of like a zingy type burn on your tongue just for like a second. Maybe it's got a tad tartness without the huge acid punch. It's okay. I mean, I don't think I'll grow it again because it's average. It's beautiful, but the flavor, I don't think it's like over the top or anything. Yeah. I'd still rather eat just a big old bowl of the Sunsugars. So that's going to be probably a no for me. Okay, so let's get that sandwich going. I'm going to slice this guy up. I'm going to cut off the ugly parts here. And I'm going to show you the inside of this because it's so pretty. Now, watch how easily these skins, so what I've been doing with these that are ugly is I kind of slit it and then cut off that like that. And then if you want, look at how easy I can get the skin off of these Amish paste. Look at that. That is really great. This hasn't been blanched. This is just a tomato out of the garden. And I can like peel that skin off. So you can see where these would be a great canning tomato. But honestly, I think they're just so good. They're juicy, tasty. This is like a beautiful tomato. Beautiful tasting tomato. And I can eat the skin. I don't mind to have the skin on my sandwich. But if I wanted to peel it, this would be such an easy tomato to peel. I'm going to cut that little end off there. As you can see, I don't know, can you see? It's so juicy. Actually, I think I'll just eat that. It's juicy without tasting watery. Can y'all see all the water and tomato juice on my hands? It's just a beautiful, beautiful tomato. Like, this is a perfect sandwich tomato for me. Now, it does have a little bit of seed. I don't know if that's a problem for some people, but maybe some people don't like that many seeds. You know, I should probably save those seeds. I might do that. So there we go. Look at that. All right, I'm going to post a picture. I'm going to take a picture and put it for you guys. Well, I should probably take a bite and let you know what it tastes like. I'm going to take a bite. So yummy. Okay. That is not over acidic, but it tastes like a tomato. Like what your mom thinks a tomato tastes like. But kind of mild and sweet. Not tart. Like a nice old good old tomato. I'm wondering if I should make a part 2. Like maybe this should be part 1 and then we'll do a part 2 in a couple days as some of these guys are ready to be sliced up and I make that tomato pie. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll do part 2. We will make a tomato pie and try some of these tomatoes because I'm going to have a lot of tomatoes sliced if I start chopping all these guys up, and they are getting kind of ripe. Now this is Moon Glow and it's not quite ready, but yeah. Come on back because we've got Mountain Princess, we've got Silvery Fir, needs another couple of days. We've got all those big beefsteak there, black creme, the Queen of the Night, and this pineapple. Oh, I cannot wait to try that one. But for now, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to eat this sandwich for lunch. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a couple days. We'll do part 2. And I'll make that tomato pie. Here, I'll give y'all a bite. You want a bite? It's so good. Yay. Okay, guys. I'll see you soon. Hope you're having a great gardening week. Bye.